the Mangler. Officer Hutton got to the laundry just as the ambulance was leaving slowly, with no siren or flashing lights. Ominous. Inside, the office was stuffed with milling, silent people, some of them weeping. The plant itself was empty. The big automatic washer at the far end had not even been shut down. It made Hutton very weary. The crowd should be at the scene of the accident, not in the office. It was the way things worked. The human animal had a built-in urge to view the remains. A very bad one, then. Hunton felt his stomach tighten. It had always did when the accident was very bad. 14 years of cleaning human litter from highways and streets and the sidewalks at the bases of very tall buildings had not been able to erase that little hitch in the belly, as if something evil had clotted there. The man in a white shirt saw Hutton and walked toward him reluctantly. It was a buffalo of a man, with head thrust forward between shoulders, nose and cheek veins broken either from high blood pressure, too many conversations with a brown bottle. He was trying to frame words, but after 2 tries, Hutton cut him off briskly. "Are you the owner, Mr. Gartley?" No, I'm Stanner, the foreman." God, this. Hutton got out his notebook. "Please show me the scene of the accident, Mr. Stanner, and tell me what happened." Stanner seemed to grow even more white. The blotches on his nose and cheeks stood out like birthmarks. "Do I have to?" Hutton raised his eyebrows. "I'm afraid you do. The call I got said it was serious." "Serious?" Stanner seemed to be battling with his gorge. For a moment, his Adam's apple whelped up and down like a monkey on a stick. "Mrs. Frawley is dead. Jesus, I wish Bill Gartley was here." "What happened?" Stanner said. "You better come over here." He led Hunt past the row of hands pressed, a shirt folding unit, and then stopped by a laundry marking machine. He passed a shakily hand across his forehead. "You have to go over by yourself, officer. I can't look at it again. I can't. I'm sorry." Hunt walked around the marking machine with a mild feeling of contempt for the man. They run a loose shop, cut corners, run live steam through some home-welded pipes. They work with dangerous cleaning chemicals without the proper protection, and finally someone gets hurt or gets dead. Then they can't look. They can't. Hutton saw it. The machine was still running. No one had to shut it off. The machine, he later came to know immediately, the Hadley Watson Model 6 Speed Ironer and Folder, a long and clumsy name. The people who worked here in the steam and the wet had a better name for it, the Mangler. Hutton looked for a long, frozen look, and then he performed his first 14 years as a law enforcement officer. He turned around, put a convulsive hand to his mouth, and threw up. "Didn't eat much," Jackson said. A woman were doing dishes and talking babies while John Hunton and Mark Jackson sat in lawn chairs near their aromatic barbecue. Hunt smiled slightly at the understatement. He had eaten nothing. There was a bad one today, he said. "The worst. Car crash?" "No. Industrial?" "Messy." "Messy?" Hunt did not reply immediately, but his face met an involuntary withering grimace. He got a beer out of the cooler between them, opened it, and emptied half of it. "I suppose you college professors don't know anything about industrial laundries," Jackson chuckled. "This one does. I spent summer working in one as an undergraduate." "Then you know the machine they call the speed ironer?" Jackson nodded. "Sure. They run damp flat work through them. Mostly sheets, linens. A big, long machine.